Hello, what's happening? Welcome back again to Dysfunctional Gaming Talking D&D. We are on episode 57. Hello, what's happening? Oh gosh, I have sound too. Talking D&D. We are on episode 57.
I don't anymore.
Oh gosh, that's a bunch of times.
It's too many
I'm
times.
gonna mute it.
Hello, everyone. Now that the sound of echoes is gone and he fixes his echoes, I will stall for time.
Wow. It's because I reset the friggin' stream on Twitch. Yeah. Okay, great. Woo-wee. Welcome in. Let's try this again. Hey, welcome everybody to Social Gaming Talking D&D, episode 57. I am Thundercat0420. That is GM Patch Nasty over there. We are here to talk to you today about the subclasses of the wizard, also known as the arcane traditions. But before we get into that, let's talk about a little bit what we talked about last week. Patch?
We talked about mind flayers and their devious deceptions upon the world to make some places not even know they existed, and elder brains and best ways to use a mind flayer, and to always remember that if there is no such thing as a friendly mind flayer. He's reading things.
We're getting botted again on YouTube.
Yeah, good old YouTube.
But anyways, yes, we talked about those crazy mind flayers, and we can find that on Anchor FM and YouTube.
And Spotify and all the places for your ear potatoes and your eye peppers. Eye peppers. Yeah, that's a new thing. We're going to roll with that. Ear potatoes, eye peppers. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing okay. I'm ready to talk about the wizard. I actually enjoy playing a wizard. I play one now for the War for Garaxia on Friday nights here on this channel. And you can check out... up. What's that?
Go ahead. Finish your spiel.
You can check out all of our shorts and get a little glimpse of Malcolm Sandyfingers and his adventuring party on the War for Garaxia shorts that Dysfunctional Dad works really hard on.
Dysfunctional D&D YouTube, for those of you who are not watching on YouTube. Yeah, I took a quick little Michael Bay nap before this, because I knew there's a lot of different wizarding traditions. There's one for each type of spell in the player's handbook, and then there are several new ones in Xanathar and Tasha's.
Before we get into all of them, they do all... The PHB ones all include a savant. You get, depending on the school that you take for your arcane tradition, you would get, it takes at second level half the time and gold to copy that type of spell into your spell book if you are of that.
Abjuration, conjuration, divination, enchantment, evocation, illusion, necromancy, or transmutation type wizard.
There you go.
That was hard.
So let's start with let's start it right out. Let's get into the abjuration.
Abjuration. All right, let's go right ahead and get started then.
The School of Abjuration emphasizes magic that blocks, banishes, or protects. Detractors of the school say that its tradition is about denial and negation rather than positive assertion. You understand, however, that the ending harmful effects, protecting the weak, and banishing evil influences is anything but a philosophical void. It is a proud and respected vocation.
Essentially, it's your defense against the dark arts class for Harry Potter fans. That's know how to use it and don't use it to kill.
At second level, you get the savant, which we just talked about, and you get the arcane ward. At second level, you can weave magic around yourself for protection. When you cast an abjuration spell at first level or higher, you can simultaneously use a strand of the spell's magic to create a magical ward on yourself that lasts until you finish a long rest. The ward has a hit point maximum equal to twice your wizard level plus your intelligence modifier. Whenever you take damage, the ward takes the damage instead. If this damage reduces the ward to 0 hit points, you take any remaining damage. When the ward has hit 0 hit points, it can't absorb damage, but its magic remains. Whenever you cast an abjuration spell at first level or higher, the ward regains a number of hit points equal to twice the level of the spell. Once you create the ward, you can't create it again until you finish a long rest. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. It gets cooler, though.
Yeah, you get a protected ward at 6th level. At 6th level, when a creature that you can see within 30 feet of you takes damage, you can use your reaction to cause the arcane ward to absorb that damage. If the damage reduces the ward to 0 points, the warded creature takes any remaining damage. And then at 10th level, beginning at 10th level, when you cast an abjuration spell that requires you to make an ability check as part of your casting the spell, as in counterspell or dispel magic, you can add your proficiency bonus to that ability check. That's pretty good.
There you go. That is so the two spells that they point out in there, counterspell and dispel magic. So being able to get rid of potentially a harmful spell that will be cast on me or something that buffed somebody else, handy.
And then at 14th level, you get spell resistance. You have advantage on saving throws against spells. Furthermore, you have resistance against the damage of spells.
Handy.
Pretty good.
Considering as your wizards always have a hit die of a d6, having resistance to something as a wizard is great.
Sure
All
is.
right. That brings us to the only C class so far. We're going into Conjuration. So, Conjuration, as it states in like a basic description of it, you create objects and creatures out of thin air. You can conjure billowing clouds or killing fog or summon creatures from elsewhere to fight on your behalf. As your mastery grows, you learn spells of transportation and can teleport yourself across vast distances, even to other planes of existence in an instant. As we previously stated, Conjuration Savant, you blah, 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 blah. Starting at 2nd level, though, you become a you have minor conjuration. You can use your action to conjure up an inanimate object in your hand or on the ground in an unoccupied space that you can see within 10 feet of you. The object can be no longer larger than 3 feet on a side and weigh no more than 10 pounds, and in its form must be that of a non-magical object that you have seen. The object is visibly magical, radiating dim light out to 5 feet. The object disappears after an hour when you use this feature again, if it takes any damage or if it deals any damage. Neat. So you can conjure up a sword. I guess that's kind of very discretionary. I would use it to sit down and make like little tables and such for people to sit down at. But moving on, we go down to Benign Transposition. This is a fun one. Starting at 6th level, you can use your action to teleport up to 30 feet to an occupied space that you can see. Alternatively, you can choose a space within range that is occupied by a small or medium creature. If the creature is willing, you both teleport, swapping places. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest, or you cast a conjuration spell of 1st level or higher. So you have essentially a pocket, a baby Misty Step that you don't have to cast Misty Step. Let's see, we got the next one, which is Focused Conjuration. Beginning at 10th level, while you're concentrating on a conjuration spell, your concentration cannot be broken as a result of taking damage. Oh boy, my elemental's never going to be mad at me, because he's not home. And the last one is Durable Summons. Starting at 14th level, any creature that you summon or create with a conjuration spell has 30 temporary hit points. Beefy, chunky fire elemental who will never be mad at me until the hour is
up. Moving on from C to D, we have Divination. I played a Divination wizard and I enjoyed. I got up to level 10, so I got almost all of the wizard stuff. The School of Divination, the counsel of a diviner is sought by royalty and commoners alike, for all seek a clearer understanding of the past, present, and future. As a diviner, you strive to part the veils of space, time, and consciousness that you can see clearly. You work to master spells of discernment, remote viewing, supernatural knowledge, and foresight. You get the Savant for divination spells, and you get at 2nd level Portent. Starting at 2nd level, when you choose this school, glimpses of your future begin to press in on your awareness. When you finish a long rest, you can roll 2d20 and record the numbers rolled. You can replace any attack roll, saving throw, or ability check made by you or a creature that you can see with one of these foretelling rolls. You must choose to do so before the roll, and you can replace a roll in this way only once per turn. Each foretelling roll can be used only once. When you finish a long rest, you may re-roll. and you lose the old ones. That's a lot of fun as a divination wizard, being like, nope, that's a 19.
I rolled a natural 20. That's what I rolled today. Yeah.
Expert divination. At 6th level, casting divination spells comes so easily to you that it expands only a fraction of your spellcasting efforts. When you cast a divination spell of 2nd level or higher using a spell slot, you regain 1 expanded spell slot. The slot you regain must be of a lower level than the spell you cast and can't be higher than 5th. So you cast a 3rd level divination spell, you get a 2nd level back if you want. Third eye. Starting at 10th level, you can use your action to increase your powers of perception. When you do so, choose one of the following benefits, which lasts until you are incapacitated or you take a short or long rest. You can't use the feature again until you finish a rest. Dark vision. You gain dark vision out to a range of 60 feet, as described in Chapter 8, Adventuring. Great if you're a human wizard or a halfling wizard.
Or a turtle.
Yeah, or a turtle, right? Ethereal sight. You can see into the ethereal plane within 60 feet of you. That's not bad if you need it for some specific campaigns. Spend a lot of time in the ethereal plane. Greater comprehension. You can read any language. That was always very important when I played it. And then see invisibility. You can see invisible creatures and objects within 10 feet of you that are within line of sight. Sounds like fun. That's fun stuff.
Handy.
At 14th level, you get Greater Portent. The visions in your dreams intensify and paint a more accurate picture in your mind of what is to come. You roll 3d20s for your Portent feature rather than 2. Pretty cool.
Your turn to eat your burrito now. Allow me to. So I have a question before we get into it. We both played a divination wizard. You with your elemental evil, and me with Gad. What did you like to roll on your dice? Did you like to roll dice for yourself that you know you could save for, be like, all right, well, this will be a later Arcana check that I know I'll pass, or having those low ones so when things hit you?
I used them all. I literally used them all the time. Yeah, I always used them.
What did you want to roll is the question. Did you want to roll?
I'd rather have high rolls because I'd want to be like, I have a Berserker Barbarian. I'd rather him like nat 20 on something. If I had a 20, I'd be like, nope, that's a crit. Oh, for you crit right now before you swing.
That's the way I used to think. And then we had that one encounter at Bree's hometown with the 7-armed snake lady. And I was like, one of those rolls is a 2.
Yep.
I was like, all right, I like to have the low dice rolls because, all right, this thing might go away forever and I don't have to worry about it. Or I could have cast it at a higher level and I got rid of both of them, but I didn't. Moving on, though. The School of Enchantment. This is for those beguiling in nature. You have honed your ability to magically entrance and beguile other people and monsters. Some are peacemakers and some, are troublemakers, as it might go into. But at level 2, you become an enchantment savant, half the gold, half the time, yada, yada, yada. But you also get hypnotic gaze. Starting at 2nd level, when you choose this school, your soft words and enchanting gaze can magically enthrall another creature. As an action, choose one creature that you can see within 5 feet of you. If the target can see or hear you, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw against your wizard spell DC or be charmed by you until the end of your next turn. The charmed creature's speed drops to 0. The creature is incapacitated and visibly dazed. On subsequent turns, you can use your action to maintain this effect, extending its duration until the end of your next turn. However, if the effect ends if you move more than 5 feet away from the creature, if the creature can neither see nor hear you, or if the creature takes damage. Once the effect ends, or if the creature succeeds on its initial saving throw against this effect, you can't use this feature on this creature again until you finish a long rest. That was a lot of saying creature and feature and against an effect. Level 6. Bam. The Instinctive Charm. Son of a bitch, this one's also wordy. Beginning at 6th level, when a creature you can see within 30 feet of you makes an attack roll against you, you can use your reaction to divert the attack, provided that another creature is within the attack's range. The attacker must make a wisdom saving throw against your wisdom spell save DC. On a fail save, the attacker must target the creature that is closest to it, not including you or itself. If multiple creatures are closest, the attacker chooses which one to target. On a successful save, you can't use this feature on the attacker again until you finish a long rest. You must choose to use this feature before knowing whether the attack hits or misses. Creatures that cannot be charmed are immune to this effect. Kind of handy. Split enchantment. Beginning at level 10, when you cast an enchantment spell of first level or higher that targets only one creature, you can have it target a second creature. Yeah, buddy. Dominate 2 people instead of 1. And finally, you get, at level 14, Alter Memories. When you cast an enchantment spell to charm one or more creatures, you can alter one creature's understanding so that it remains unaware of being charmed. Thank the Lord. Additionally, once before the spell expires, you can use your action to try to make the chosen creature forget some of the time it spent charmed. The creature must succeed on an intelligence saving throw against your DC, or lose a number of hours of its memories equal to 1 plus your charisma modifier, minimum of 1. You can make the creature forget less time, and the amount of time can't exceed the duration of your enchantment spell. Yay. That's handy. It's handy not in an immediate way, but at that high level, I don't think you're gonna, like, most of the things that you charm are just gonna be charmed until they run out their fucking course. Like, if you charm a king and its guards, kill the guards, and then charm the king into remembering the events differently. Like the guards. It depends. I don't know.
Yeah. There's a lot of things you can kind of do with that. Yeah.
Yep.
Another evocation, the School of Evocation. You focus your study on magic that creates powerful elemental effects such as bitter cold, searing flame, rolling thunder, crackling lightning, and burning acid. Some evokers find employment in military forces, serving as artillery to blast enemy armies from afar. Others use their spectacular power to protect the weak, while some seek their own gain as bandits, adventurers, or aspiring tyrants. You get the Savant at 2nd level, and you also get Sculpt spells. Beginning at 2nd level, you can create pockets of relative safety within the effects of your evocation spells. When you cast an evocation spell that affects other creatures that you can see, you can choose a number of them, equal to 1 plus the spell's level. The chosen creatures automatically succeed their saving throws against the spell, and they take no damage if they would normally take half damage on a successful save.
Handy.
Yep, especially if you like to throw fireballs a lot.
At your party.
Yeah, with your party there, yes. Potent Cantrip. At 6th level, you get damaging cantrips affect even creatures that avoid the brunt of the effect. When a creature succeeds on a saving throw against your cantrip, the creature takes half its cantrip's damage, if any, but suffers no additional effect from the cantrip.
Even better.
At 10th level, you get Empowered Evocation. You can add your intelligence modifier to 1 damage roll of any wizard evocation spell you cast. Pretty cool.
Getting chonky. What's that last one?
Overchannel. At 14th level, you can increase the power of your simpler spells. When you cast a wizard spell at 1st through 5th level that deals damage, you can deal maximum damage with that spell. The first time you do so... Thick. First time you do so, you suffer no adverse effect. If you do this feature again before you finish a long rest, you take 2d12 necrotic damage for each level of your spell immediately after you cast it. Each time you use this feature again before finishing a long rest, the necrotic damage per spell level increases by 1d12. This damage ignores resistance and immunity. Yikes.
Yeah, buddy. That's a chonker. That's a chonky. Yeah, that's I like the evocation one. It's honestly the easiest wizard to play because it does damage, and you know that all of your things will just tie into that. And then we get to go dazzle some people with the School of Illusion, dazzling the senses and befuddling the mind and tricking even the wisest of folk. Your magic is subtle, but the illusions crafted by your keen mind are make the impossible seem real. At 2nd level, you get an Illusion Savant, half the gold, half the time, copied in your spellbook. Level 4, you get a feat or a stat if you get a cool DM. Wait, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Deja vu. You get improved minor illusion. When you choose the school at second level, you learn the minor illusion cantrip. If you already know this cantrip, you can learn a different wizard cantrip of your choice. The cantrip does not count against your number of cantrips known. Sweet. When you cast your minor illusion, you can create both a sound and an image with a single casting of the spell. Handy. We're moving on to 6th level with malleable illusions. Starting at 6th level, when you cast an illusion spell that has a duration of a minute or longer, you can use your action to change the nature of the illusion. Using the spell's no more parameters of the illusion, provided that you can see it. Getting handier. Okay. 10th level, illusory step. Beginning at 10th level, you can create an illusory duplicate of yourself as an instant, almost instinctual reaction to danger. When a creature makes an attack roll against you, use your reaction to interpose the illusory duplicate between the attacker and yourself. The attack automatically misses, then the illusion dissipates. You cannot use it again until you finish a short or long rest. And rounding off your illusory wizard, you get illusory reality. Lots of eyes. And beginning at 4th level, you have learned the secret of waving shadow magic into your illusions to give them a semi-reality. When you cast an illusion spell of 1st level or higher, you can choose one inanimate, non-magical object that is part of the illusion and make that object real. You can do this on your turn as a bonus action while the spell is ongoing. The object remains real for a minute. For example, you can create an illusion of a bridge over a chasm, then make it long enough for your allies to cross. The object can't deal damage and otherwise directly harm anyone. Super cool, but you have to get to 14th level. That's provide your DM wants to go into those high tier adventures. Because then you can literally plop down a bridge and cross the Grand Canyon if needed. And now, Thundercat, I toss one of my favorite schools to you. Have fun.
The School of Necromancy. The School of Necromancy explores the cosmic forces of life, death, and undeath. As you focus your studies into this tradition, you learn to manipulate the energy that animates all living things. As you progress, you learn to sap the life force from a creature as your magic destroys its body, transforming that vital energy into magical power that you can manipulate. Most people see necromancers as menacing or even villainous due to the close association with death. Not all necromancers are evil, but the forces they manipulate are considered taboo by many societies. You get your Necromancy Savant at 2nd level, but you also get, at 2nd level, Grim Harvest. You gain the ability to reap life energy from creatures you kill with your spells. Once per turn, when you kill one or more creatures with a spell of 1st level or higher, you regain hit points equal to twice that spell's level, or 3 times its level if the spell belongs to the School of Necromancy. You don't gain this benefit for killing constructs or undead. At 6th level, you get Undead Thralls. At 6th level, you can add Animate Dead spell to your spell book if it's not already there. When you cast Animate Dead, you can target one additional corpse or pile of bones, creating another zombie or skeleton as appropriate. Whenever you create an undead using this necromancy spell, it has additional benefits. The creature's hit point maximum is increased by an amount equal to your wizard level, and the creature adds your proficiency bonus to its weapon damaging rolls. And if you didn't know, we have a short on our dysfunctional D&D that talks about something you could do to make some fun out of other spells if you're a necromancer. Beginning at 10th level, you get Inured to Undeath. Beginning at 10th level, you have resistance to necrotic damage, and your hit point maximum can't be reduced. You have spent so much time dealing with undead and the forces that animate them that you have become inured to some of their worst effects. And then at 4th level,
give me that big daddy one.
At 14th level, starting at 14th level, you get Command Undead. You can use magic to bring undead under your control, even those created by other wizards. As an action, you can choose one undead that you can see within 60 feet of you. That creature must make a charisma saving throw against your wizard spell save DC. If it succeeds, you can't use this feature again on it again. If it fails, it becomes friendly to you and obeys your commands until you use this feature again. Intelligent undead are harder to control in this way. If the target has an intelligence of 8 or higher, it has advantage on the saving throw. If it fails the saving throw and has an intelligence of 12 or higher, It can repeat the saving throw at the end of every hour until it succeeds or breaks free.
So theoretically speaking, what you're saying is a necromancer could command a lich for at least an hour.
For at least an hour, if it fails.
Learn how to become a lich, and then you have a new lich, right? Like that's something that like you could do that. Like, how'd you become a lich? I don't want to tell you. No, you're gonna tell me charisma saving throw on that lich, and your DM just goes, "Okay, well, let's see what happens." Oh shit! Well, I failed that. Let's tell him how to become a lich.
And then he becomes a lich.
Yep.
Too.
Then you got the lich bros. All right.
Super lich bros.
Last one in the player's handbook. We're going to round it off. It's a transmutation. We're going to get into some Nicholas Flamel Full Metal Alchemy type shit. Spells that modify energy and matter. To you, the world is not a fixed thing, but an immense mutable. Yeah, mutable. And you delight in being an agent of change. You wield the raw stuff of creation and learn how to alter both physical forms and mental qualities. Transmutation Savant at level 2. Half the golden time to copy into your spellbook. But then you also get Minor Alchemy. Starting at level 2, when you select this school, you can temporarily alter the physical properties of one non-magical object. Changing it from one substance to another, you can perform a special alchemical procedure on one object composed entirely of wood, stone, but not a gemstone, iron, copper, or silver, transforming into a different one of those materials. For each 10 minutes you spend performing this procedure, you can transform up to 1 cubic feet of material. After 1 hour, or you lose concentration, as if you were concentrating on the spell, the material reverts to its original substance. So you could take a wooden chest and make it an iron one for an hour. Kind of neat. Moving on to the level 6th one, you get the Transmuter Stone, where your transmutation magic stores in this little stone. Starting at 6th level, you spend 8 hours crafting your Transmuter Stone that stores transmutation magic. You can benefit from that stone yourself or give it to another creature. Creature gains the benefit of your choice as long as the stone is in the creature's possession. When you create the stone, choose the benefit from the following options. Dark vision of 60 feet, an increase to speed of 10 feet while the creature is unencumbered, proficiency in constitution saving throws, and then resistance to acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage, whichever you would like to choose. Each time you cast a transmutation spell of 1st level or higher, you can change the effect of your stone if the stone is on your person. If you create a new stone, the previous one ceases to function. Handy. Super handy.
Pretty cool.
Next. Yeah, right? At 10th level, you get Shape Changer. You add the Polymorph spell to your spellbook, if it's not already there. You can cast Polymorph without expending a spell slot. When you do so, you can target only yourself and transform into a beast whose challenge rating is 1 or lower. Once you cast Polymorph in this way, you can't do so until you finish a long or short rest, though you can still cast it normally using an available spell slot. And finally, with Master Transmuter, this is where we get into your crazy high-level wizard. You can use your action to consume the reserve of transmutation magic stored within your Transmuter's Stone in a single burst. When you do so, choose one of the following effects. Your Transmuter's Stone is destroyed and can't be remade until you finish a long rest. Major Transformation. You can transmute one non-magical object no larger than a 5-foot cube into another non-magical object of similar size and mass and of equal or lesser value. You must spend 10 minutes handling the object to transform it. Meh. Panacea. You remove all curses, diseases, and poisons affecting a creature that you touch with the Transmuter Stone. The creature also regains all of its hit points. Level 14, guys. Level 14. The next one. Restore Life. You cast the Raise Dead spell on a creature you touch with the Transmuter Stone without expending a spell slot or needing to have the spell in your spell book. Handy. Finally, Restore Youth. You touch the Transmuter Stone to a willing creature, and that creature's apparent age is reduced by 3d10 years to a minimum of 13. The effect does not extend the creature's lifespan. Cool. It's kind of more of a vain spell and kind of a niche-y one, but it's still being able to remove everything from a creature and restore all of its hit points in one go, and then having to make a new stone is super handy. All right, which book are we going to now there?
I got Xanathar's open.
All right, so I'm going to start clicking those on so I can go through them. What are you? So blade
Just
singing.
war magic.
Just war magic? All right, so I'll start clicking on Tasha's.
War magic. This one does not have the savant thing at second level. War magic. A variety of arcane colleges specialize in training wizards for war. The tradition of war magic blends principles of evocation and abjuration rather than specializing in either of those schools. It teaches techniques that empower a caster's spell while also providing methods for wizards to bolster their own defenses. Followers of this tradition are known as war mages. They see their magic as both a weapon and armor, a resource superior to any piece of steel. War mages act fast in battle, using their spells to seize tactical control of a situation. Their spells strike hard, while their defensive skills foil their opponent's attempts to counterattack. War mages are also adept at turning other spellcasters' magical energy against them. In great battles, a war mage often works with evokers, abjurers, and other types of wizards. Evokers, in particular, sometimes tease war mages for splitting their attention between offense and defense. A war mage's typical response is, what good is being able to throw a mighty fireball if I die before I can cast it?
Smart.
So at second level, you get arcane deflection and tactical wit. Arcane deflection. You have learned to weave your magic to fortify yourself against harm. When you are hit by an attack or you fail a saving throw, you can use your reaction to gain a +2 bonus to your AC against that attack, or a +4 bonus to that saving throw. When you use this feature, you can't cast spells other than cantrips until the end of your next turn.
Perfectly fine with that.
Tactical wit. Starting at second level, your keen ability to assess tactical situations allow you to act quickly in battle. You can give yourself a bonus to your initiative rolls equal to your intelligence modifier.
Yes, please. I will take that. I would like that a lot as a wizard. That's amazing. Yes. 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 Yes, please.
This was what Brick was.
I know. I'm well aware.
Power Surge. Starting at 6th level, you can store magical energy within yourself to later empower your damaging spells. In its stored form, the energy is called a Power Surge. You can store a maximum number of Power Surges equal to your intelligence modifier, minimum of 1. Whenever you finish a long rest, your number of Power Surges resets to 1. Whenever you successfully end a spell with the spell magic or counterspell, you gain 1 Power Surge as you steal magic from the spell you foiled. If you end a short rest with no Power Surges, you gain 1 Power Surge.
Yay.
Once per turn, when you deal damage to a creature or object with a wizard spell, you can spend 1 Power Surge to deal extra force damage to that target. The extra damage equals half your wizard level.
That's not bad. That was at level 6, so that's at least 3 damage right then.
I feel like that was a lot of words for not needing that much words.
Well, I mean, they had to explain how to get one and then what they do. So I get it.
Durable magic. Beginning at 10th level, the magic you channel helps ward off harm. While you maintain concentration on a spell, you have a +2 bonus to AC and all saving throws. That's pretty beefy.
10? That was 10.
Yep. At 14th level, deflecting shroud. Your arcane deflection becomes infused with deadly might. When you use your arcane deflection feature, you can cause magical energy to arc from you up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within 60 feet of you. Each take force damage equal to half your wizard level.
It's 7 at that. Wow. Ow. Owie, owie, ow, ow, wow. That's not bad.
So whenever you're hit, basically, you could be like, okay, here's 7 damage to those 3 people.
Yeah, smack. All right, so now we're on to the stuff that I don't know a lot about because we're going into Tasha's. We're saving the best for last. All right, so I will be taking blade singing. So blade singers master a tradition of wizardry that incorporates swordplay and dance. Originally created by elves, this tradition has been adopted by non-elf practitioners who honor and expand on the elven ways. A blade singer uses a series of intricate, elegant maneuvers that fend him off in battle and allow the blade singer to channel magic into devastating attacks and a cunning defense. Many who have observed a blade singer at work remember the display as one of them as more beautiful experiences in their life, a glorious dance accompanied by a singing blade. Okay. So when you adopt this tradition at level 2, you gain proficiency with light armor and you gain proficiency with one type of one-handed melee weapon of your choice. You also gain proficiency of the performance skill if you don't already have it. Cool. Blade Song. Starting at 2nd level, you can invoke a secret elven magic called the Blade Song, provided you aren't wearing any medium or heavy armor. Wouldn't be. And using a shield. Definitely wouldn't be. It graces you with a supernatural speed, agility, and focus. You can use a bonus action to start the Blade Song, which lasts for a minute. It ends early if you are incapacitated, or if you don medium or heavy armor, or a shield, or if you use 2 hands to make an attack with a weapon. You can also dismiss the Blade Song anytime you choose, no action required. While the song is active, you gain the following benefits. Oh my. You gain a bonus to your EC equal to your intelligence modifier. Your walking speed increases by 10 feet. You have advantage on acrobatics checks. You gain a bonus to any constitution saving throws to maintain concentration on a spell. The bonus equals your intelligence modifier. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses of it when you finish a long rest. There's a little blurb on styles here that's very, very big. From its inception as a magical art, blade singing has been tied to the sword, more specifically to the long sword, yet many generations of study gave rise to various styles. I'm just going to go into the styles. Cat. Styles that employ a sword belong to this family. The lion style, the eldest, that trains practitioners in the use of the long sword and doesn't favor any particular type of spells. Leopard focuses on short sword and spells of illusion and stealth. Red Tiger, a style for just 3 centuries old, has its blade singers use a scimitar while a whirling dance of defense, from which they launch into sudden leaps and attacks. Bird. Styles that focus on the use of a hafted weapons such as an axe or hammer have been grouped together as bird styles, yet they are very wildly. All relative new styles, they use weapons not typically favored by elves. Eagle-style blade singers use small hand axes, and many maneuvers in the style focus on fluid ways to throw the weapon in combat and draw a new one. Ravens use a war pick and spells associated with the grant blade singer more agility in combat. And then you have the snake style.
Crazy.
This is ridiculous. Practitioners of these styles use a flail, chain, or whip. Viper style uses a whip, despite its inelegance as a weapon, has almost a long history as the lion style. Its masters punctuate their blade song with a stunningly rapid rhythm of whip cracks, which can keep many foes at bay. Allow the blade slinger to cast cruel spells of poison and disease favored by the style. All I can think of now is like Devo, like the snake bird song, and I just want to make one. We move on to level 6. Oh, this is nice. Starting at level 6, you can attack twice instead of once whenever you make the attack action on your turn. Moreover, you can cast one of your cantrips in place of one of those attacks. You get extra attack. Yay. So I can swing my sword and then toll the dead. Neat. Song of Defense at level 10. You can direct your magic to absorb damage while your blade song is active. Whenever you take damage, you can use your reaction to spend 1 spell slot and reduce the damage to you by an equal to 5 times the spots. Wow. So you can use your reaction to expend a spell slot and reduce the damage to you by an amount equal times 5.
It's a 5th level spell. Level. It's 25.
That's
it's
25
HP. Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. And finally, the Song of Victory. Starting at 14th level, you can add your intelligence modifier to the damage of your melee weapon attacks while your blade song is active. Yeah, because early on you're going to max out your intelligence, and then you're gonna be a beast.
Tasha has this to say about the blade singing wizards. When faced with the endless onslaught of magical possibilities, many wizards suffer identity crises. Some overcome, some break, and some become sword bards. Sword bards.
As I was reading, I'm like, this sounds like a bard who uses a sword. And then I'm like, all right, I get this. So last, Malcolm Sandyfingers, it's so nice to see you there. What are we talking about?
So this is where that you learn about the kind of wizard that Malcolm Sandyfingers myself is. Tasha says, magic is great and all, but have you ever smelled the book? The Order of the Scribes. Magic of the book. That's what many folk call wizardry. The name is apt, given how much wizards spend poring over tomes and penning theories about the nature of magic. It's rare to see wizards traveling without books, scrolls sprouting from their bags, and a wizard would go to great lengths to plumbing the archive of ancient knowledge. Among wizards, the Order of Scribes is the most bookish. Bookish? I can't even do that.
Bookish. Yeah. I believe that sounds right there, Malcolm. Yeah, let's go on.
It takes many forms in different worlds, but its primary mission is the same everywhere. Recording magical discoveries so that wizardry can flourish. And while all wizards value spellbooks, it's a wizard in the Order of Scribes magically awakens their spellbook, turning it into a trusted companion. All wizards studies books, but a wizardly scribe talks to theirs. So at second level, you get Wizardly Quill.
Thank you, Malcolm.
As an action, you can magically create a tiny quill in your free hand. The magic quill has the following properties. The quill doesn't require ink. When you write with it, it produces an ink in a color of your choice on the writing surface. The time that you spend to copy a spell into your spell book equals 2 minutes per spell level if you use the quill for the transcription. You can erase anything you write with the quill if you wave the feather over the text as a bonus action, provided the text is within 5 feet of you. Your quill disappears if you create another one or if you die. You get at second level, Awakened Spellbook. Using specially prepared inks and ancient incantations passed down by your wizardly order, you have awakened an arcane sentience within your spellbook. While you're holding the book, it grants you the following benefits. You can use the book as a spellcasting focus for your wizard spells. When you cast a wizard spell with a spell slot, you can temporarily replace its damage type with a type that appears in another spell in your spellbook, which magically alters the spell's formula for this casting only. The latter spell must be of the same level as the spell slot you expend. When you cast a wizard spell as a ritual, you can use the spell's normal casting time rather than adding 10 minutes to it. Once you use this benefit, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. If necessary, you can replace the book over the course of a short rest by using your wizardly quill to write arcane sigils in a blank book or magic spell book to which you are attuned. At the end of the rest, your spellbook's consciousness is summoned into the new book, which the consciousness transforms into. At the end of your rest, the spellbook's consciousness is summoned into the new book, which the consciousness transforms into your spellbook along with all its spells. If the previous book still existed somewhere, all the spells vanish from its pages. That's such a weird way to say that. At sixth level, at sixth level, you get Manifest Mind. You can conjure forth the mind of your awakened spellbook. As a bonus action, while the book is on your person, you can use the mind to manifest as a tiny spectral object hovering in an unoccupied space of your choice within 60 feet of you. The spectral mind is intangible and doesn't occupy its space, and it sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius. It looks like a ghostly tome, a cascade of text, or a scholar from the past. Your choice. While manifested, the spectral mind can hear and see, and it has dark vision with a range of 60 feet. The mind can telepathically share with you what it sees and hears, no action required. When you cast a wizard spell on your turn, you can cast it as if you were in the spectral's mind space, instead of your own, using its senses. You can do so a number of times per day equal to your proficiency bonus, and you gain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. As a bonus action, you can cause the spectral mind to hover up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you or it can see. It can pass through creatures but not objects. The spectral mind stops manifesting if it is ever more than 300 feet away from you, if someone casts a spell magic on it, or if the awakened spellbook is destroyed, if you die, or if you dismiss the spectral mind as a bonus action. Once you conjure the mind, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest, unless you expend a spell slot of any level to conjure it again.
Keep going, because I already have questions. So I'm going to save them until the end, because I'm
10th level, you get Master Scrivener. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can create one magic scroll by touching your wizardly quill to a blank piece of paper or parchment and causing one spell from your awakened spellbook to be copied into the scroll. The spellbook must be within 5 feet of you when you make the scroll. The chosen spell must be a first or second level and must have a casting time of 1 action. Once in the scroll, the spell's power is enhanced, counting as 1 level higher than normal. You can cast the spell from the scroll, reading it as an action. The scroll is unintelligible to anyone else. The spell vanishes from the scroll when you cast it or when you finish your next long rest. You are also adept at crafting spell scrolls, which are described in the treasure chapter of the Dungeon Master's Guide. The gold and time you must spend to make such a scroll are halved if you use your wizardly quill. So cool. And then at 14th level, you are one with the word. Your connection to your Awakened spellbook has become so profound that your soul has become entwined with it. While the book is on your person, you have advantage on all intelligence arcana checks as the spellbook helps you remember the magical lore. Moreover, if you take damage while your spellbook's mind is manifested, you can prevent all that damage to you by using your reaction to dismiss the spectral mind, using its magic to save yourself. Then roll 3d6. The spellbook temporarily loses spells of your choice that have a combined spell level equal to that the roll or higher. For example, if the roll is 9, spells vanish from the book that have a combined level of at least 9, which could mean 9th level spell or 3 3rd level spells, or some other combination. If there isn't enough spells in the book to cover this cost, you drop to 0 hit points. Until you finish 1d6 long rest, you are incapable of casting the lost spells, even if you find them on a scroll or another spell book. After you finish the required number of rests, the spells reappear in the spell book. Once you use this reaction, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest.
Wow.
Pretty good. Pretty good
that
stuff.
That is pretty good. Pretty good. Wow. So yes. I have a question. Sure. We're not there yet, and I kind of want a little bit of exclusive info for the people that listen to Talking D&D and haven't experienced War for Garaxia. What is Malcolm's? Because you fire like quills as your magic missile, right? Yep. What is your level 6 thing gonna look like? What is your?
I haven't figured it out yet. I haven't figured it out yet.
Really?
Swear to God. As soon as I swear to God, I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know yet. Maybe it'll be Clippy, a little paperclip guy. Because that's basically what he is.
Yeah, I like it. So there are a couple of more bookmark. A bookmark. I like that. There are a couple of more player variants from another D&D book that we aren't going to cover this week. It will be in its own book coverage. It's the Explorer's Guide to Wildemount. I pronounced it wrong, and I'm going to hear it from back there. So it's got chronomancy or chronology or something. I have to reread it again. Chronergy and graviturgy. Chronergy is time magic, while graviturgy is like altering gravity. But since it requires covering some of the spells that are in the book to go further into it, we're going to devote an episode into that book once we get there. But on a quick little blurb, I know the Chronergy magic guy gets his intelligence modifier to his initiative rolls, and then you have a little lucky feat that you can use with your reaction. And then there's a very, very large one for the adjust density on a creature for your graviturgy. So you get to adjust a creature's density, whether it be, big or little, or it's an object. It's both. Yeah. Creature or object. So yeah. I don't know when that episode will be, but it will be a fun episode because I haven't even read that book yet. I see Thundercats looking through on 5e tools.
No, I'm gonna quick fire some stuff at you, and I want you to say stuff. Whatever first thing that comes to your mind. All right, we're gonna do our D&D minute. Here we go. First thing that comes to mind. Abjuration.
Defense.
Blade singing.
Fancy magic. Singing magic.
Conjuration.
That wasn't there before.
Divination.
I didn't see that coming.
Enchantment.
Well, hi there. And then just a smile.
Evocation.
That doesn't need to be there anymore.
Okay. Illusion.
Wait, what? How? It's gone.
Scribes.
Nerds.
Hi, book. I love you. I love you, book. Book.
Yep. Nerds.
Book.
Books.
War magic.
Eh.
Nice. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Good. War magic.
I mean, the power surge is cool, but I mean, you could do the same thing as an
I think blade
evocation
singing
wizard.
was a lot cooler than I expected it to be.
Yeah. Having a whole minute of song and dance and swords
Pretty cool.
was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
All right, tell me a little bit what's going on this weekend for us.
Friday, War for Garaxia, episode 17. Right? I think it's episode 17.
I think so.
Yeah. We've got a couple days of travel. That starts at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on twitch.tv/dysfunctional gaming TTV or on youtube.com/dysfunctional gaming dysfunctional D&D. Links in the bio. And then Saturday, we have part 2 of Malcolm Sandy Fingers meta D&D.
The fight for the forest.
Yep, the fight for the forest. That starts at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on Saturday at twitch.tv/dysfunctional gaming TTV or dysfunctional D&D on YouTube. Sunday, nothing.
I stream on Sunday. You can come watch me
streams on
stream
Sunday.
on Sunday. I also stream tomorrow. I will be streaming retro for Patch at some point, probably when he gets home from work.
Yes, sir. I'm out at... I close tomorrow. 9.
Yeah, that's fine. I plan on playing some other games beforehand, and then when you see him in the chat, I will pop on some retro, probably.
Monday, nothing. And then Tuesday, back here for Topic Thundercat.
Dungeon Masters Week. We're going to talk about DM restrictions.
What does that mean?
Well, you're going to be DMing soon.
Yes.
Did you give us some restrictions?
Yeah, I did.
And, so don't give it up yet. We're going to talk about it next week on our DM restrictions episode. We're going to talk about all the different things that possibly could happen as a DM that you want to restrict. There's some things, there's some spells, there's some campaigns that are strictly DM wants something specific, so
they could be given a player sheet.
Yeah, they should tell you. They should tell you ahead of time, obviously, what they plan on doing, but not give away the whole thing. But yeah, give you an idea of what they plan on doing, so that you know when you create a character what you need to have. And that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the different DM restrictions that can make your game.
Yep, I've given restrictions in a couple of games. I've been in games where I've been given restrictions. So
same here.
Yeah.
I know, and then we also talked about something that we could do with that as well, like being like rules oriented versus the rule of cool. That could be part of that DM restriction type thing too.
There you go. Good old rule of cool.
Yep, so we got that going on next Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on this channel here. You'll find us on YouTube, Dysfunctional D&D. You'll find us on Anchor FM, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else you want to listen to your podcast. And you can see us every Tuesday right here on this channel on Twitch.
And YouTube.
And YouTube now. Don't forget to follow us on Patreon, follow us on Twitter to get up to date what's going on, and come check us out on Discord, and you can hang out, watch some wrestling with Patch on Wednesdays. Possibly you could hang out and play video games with us too.
Sunday, Sunday. I know I'm watching WrestleMania when I get home, so that'll definitely be a thing.
And
Even
yeah,
warm. Bam. By inappropriate, because this breaks my mind, because this is WrestleMania 6, and this didn't happen. This did not happen. I bought this shirt, and I was like, this isn't accurate.
we would love to see you guys in the Discord. Come join us. We will see you soon. Let's go find someone to raid.
Find someone to raid. All right, let me go ahead and look on the side. Let's see. What's Soul Treasure doing? Far Cry 6. We kid over here, go and see Irish Malarkey, who's playing the Bunker of Badasses. Scrumbunculus is playing some Red Dead Redemption. I'm Red Dead and in need of redemption too. Captain Tryhard is playing Ghostwire Tokyo.
So is beat every game. Main event's playing Fortnite.
Wait, what?
Yeah. You did just make me a new song.
Phoenix Force is playing Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. I fucking hate that game. Where? Phoenix Forces?
Yeah.
So I can... Sure, let's go.
We haven't been there in a bit.
That game is so hard. That's why I hate it so much.
Let's go see Phoenix Force. Phoenix. I don't know why I'm typing it normally. I just fucking... Phoenix Force 98. Enter.
Yep.
That's
the right person. There we go.
Or on the ending screen. I know Randy's not around, but we got Macho Man on that shirt.
Ooh, yeah, brother. I wrote you a song. It's not too long, but you sing it twice and it sounds so nice. So nice. Ooh, yeah, and that's it. Yeah, man. Cream rises to the top and all the things, and you talk loud, and then you talk kind of slowly, and then bring it back to the loudness. That's all I got. That hurts my voice. I got to drink water.
We love you all. Thanks so much for being here. Read GameX. We see you in there. Appreciate you guys. And we hope to see you again next week. And keep on listening and keep on playing D&D.
Be here. Don't be a nerd.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.